Welcome back to your channel. My name is Brad and we're going to look at all the calls for KURV, NEOS, and we're going to see where GIAX may finish at the end of the day. If that's what you're looking for, stick around. So right now, fear and greed is sitting at 47, both for the stock market and for crypto. Just thought I'd throw that out for general conversation. But my name is Brad, and I've been retired now for a few months. And I am going to just look at the calls and see where they are, just to let you know what you can expect. So on the S&P 500, SPY is still below their strikes, and they will roll these strikes at the end of the month. GIAX, well, we just got into that red box, not exactly where we want to be. On the QQQI, we passed their first strike. That is okay. We still have room to grow. GIAX went all the way through, and that's why you may see some price appreciation, but we'll see how that works out. But so far, we still have room to grow with QQQI. On the Russell, we are below GIAX. That looks like it's going to be a winning call, and we still have tons of room to grow on IWMI. Lots of room to grow. Now, for those members of mid-tier and above, I am building out a new sheet for you. It's going to be a master fund sheet. You're going to be able to see daily price change. You're going to see year to date. You're going to see year over year. You're going to see adjustable start date, which means you can put in your own date to see how the fund has done over time, and you can compare it to everybody else. You're going to have the distribution rate on their last distribution. You're going to have the last distribution. You're going to have the last ex-dividend date, and that's for all the index funds. Oh, but that would be little less, Brad. You need more than that. Give us more. So I'm also including all the CLOs, working on that one. I'm including all the crypto. Wow, look at that. You can see exactly where the cryptos are at, distribution rates, and last distribution, and you, again, have adjustable dates. And last and not all, I'm throwing in all the individual stocks. I am going to have KURV, Yield Max. We'll have Roundhill. We'll have everybody put in there. You can see exactly how they're doing price change of today. You're going to be able to see year-to-date price change. You're going to be able to see year-over-year price change. You're going to be able to adjust the start date of where you want to be able to do it from. You're going to be able to see the distribution rate based on the current price and the last distribution, and you're going to have ex-dividend dates. So there you go, members, working for you. You wondered what I did yesterday because I didn't make a video. Now you know what I was putting together. That is going to be for the mid-tier and above. All members have 100% access to my portfolio to see exactly how I did. It looked really good this morning. I was like, yay. And then the market took a little dip this afternoon or mid-morning. But hey, I'm still up and everything looks just fine. But let's continue to move on. IYRI. This is on those REITs. And look at that. We still have room to grow. They will roll these at the end of the month, but there's still lots of room and we haven't hit the strikes. So there you go. We're going to move on to BTCI. Man, Bitcoin has been taking a beating here recently. It's a longer term play, but we have tons of room for Bitcoin to go up. The synthetic is actually written out until April. So we got tons of room, and you can see where that strike price is. There's not too much of a chance of us hitting that anytime soon. So now we're going to move on to KURV. This is new for me. I wanted to see where these curves are written at. And we're just going to go through each one of them because some of them you may want to buy some of these stocks. You may not want to buy some of these stocks, and you may want to hold until they roll. These guys are doing it very similar to NEOS. So usually at the end of the month, beginning of the month, they will roll these. So we still have another week or so to go before they start rolling. So AMZP, we're right in the middle. There you go. Tons of room to go to the upside. That's where you're not getting capped. You see where the synthetic is? So there you go. AMZP, that would be something I would have maybe as a buy. TSLP. Let's look at TSLP. It's below their synthetic, but we still have lots of room to grow. So there you have TSLP below the synthetic, but lots of room, almost close to new all-time highs before you get capped. The one on Netflix, NFLP. You can see where KURV is. They're getting closer and closer to that strike. And that's not where you want to be, but you had good growth so far this month. But there you go. You're getting closer and closer to getting capped. So on Apple, and this is the one that I personally would not be buying today, is AAPY. It is right at their strike price. It definitely grew in price this month, but hey, there you go. You're going to get capped out if it continues to try to grow. But again, they'll roll these calls end of next week, maybe the beginning of the following week, and we will track it to tell you exactly where they are. Goop, GOOP. So you can see they have tons of room to go to the upside, but you don't know which way it's going to go, and you're going to still harvest that premium on Goop. And the last one we're going to look at is MSFY. Obviously, Microsoft has gone down in price recently, and you can see where they were, really close to that strike. Now they're really close to the synthetic, but hey, there you have it. You have tons of room to go up if Microsoft goes up. So those were the calls this week. That is all the calls that I'm going to cover this week on KURV and GIAX. GIAX will roll their calls coming tomorrow. So end of tonight, tomorrow morning, they will roll those calls. Well, it's actually tonight. And we will reprint them out and track them. I'll probably put that in a video later this week of where the GIAX put their calls. NEOS will roll at the beginning of the month, end of the month. Right around that time period is when they actually do that, and I'll be able to see that. And that's the same thing for KURV. KURV will also roll those calls end of the month, beginning of the month, and we'll capture those just to show you where they are in their strike prices, so you can consider, is this something you want to get into or not get into. Now, Roundhill is coming out with their new weekly payers. I'll add that to the list, maybe, but we'll see how that goes. I'm going to probably put those on the list to just see where they are in the beginning. Never know. Maybe there'll be something that you want to get into, maybe you won't. But if they're going to be weekly payers, you know that they're going to rate those strikes a whole lot closer to the money than where KURV rates them so far out of the money because they have more time decay. But that's just my personal opinion. Let's see where they rate their calls. So until next time, God bless.